Premier Championship Wrestling. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Welcome to Premier Championship Wrestling, right here on Netvidtv.com. I'm Mark Cross.
And I'm Mole Smith, and this is a fatal four-way for the Canadian International Junior Heavyweight Championship, PCW style. 4 guys, and 1 guy is going to be crowned the champion or retain the title if Rawskillz wins.
Your ring announcer, Andrew Shallcross, introducing the combatants now. Here comes number 1, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega's a finely air-conditioned athlete, one of the top in all of Canada. He's got great looks, but he doesn't have the experience of Mentallo, and Rawskillz is the champion, and to be the champion, you have to beat the champion. So Kenny's got quite a task here tonight.
You said it, young, 19 years old, but the fans love him. Look at this guy, he's in great shape. One of the top juniors in Canada, but like you said, very young.
I can't really call that guy a junior for much longer. Look at him, he's got to be 220, 230, and he's ripping with muscle. He's easily a choice to be a heavyweight contender.
Definitely heavyweight, yet he wrestles like a junior. Watch this guy fly around this ring. You're going to be very, very impressed.
In 5 years, he's going to be wrestling in front of the biggest crowds for the biggest companies in the world.
Absolutely. And the ring announcer brings out the second man in this fatal 4-way match, and it is Ronnie Attitude.
My boy Ronnie Attitude, and he's got a tough task tonight. He's the only guy who's willing to have an identity, who's not a follower. He's got to get himself an opportunity to win this match, and it's going to be 3-on-1 in this match, and it's not going to be very fair for Ronnie Attitude, but he's my pick to win this match.
Well, he calls himself Right Stuff Ronnie Attitude, and the fans used to love him. He's got a terrible attitude.
What are you saying? He's got a terrible attitude?
No pun intended.
That's terrible. How can you editorialize that Ronnie Attitude has a terrible attitude? Why? Because he's not going to be a little follower like Kenny Omega, your favorite?
You're going to see this guy come to the ring. You'll see the 500-pound Frank Fiedler. He'll be at ringside, 6'7". He's bigger. He's almost 600 pounds, perhaps 750. And he's Ronnie Attitude's manager, and he'll interfere in this match, I guarantee it.
Who gives a rat's ass about Frank Fiedler?
The other men in the ring will. And out here comes the third man. And he's one of the top juniors in all of Canada. He's known all across North America. He's Mentallo.
You know, I gotta say something about Mentallo. Considered the most experienced junior heavyweight in PCW, he's trained Kenny Omega and Rawskillz from relative obscurity to be guys that are taken seriously. But the fact is this, he should have the upper hand tonight, but what are his chances really? Not very good. He's the second smallest guy in the ring to Ronnie Attitude, and does he have the edge to finish on top? I don't think so.
Wouldn't you say, though, if he had a hand in training Kenny Omega and Rawskillz, that he would know them better than anybody?
Sometimes the new dog knows the old tricks. Isn't that how it goes?
That's possible. And here comes the champion, and he's been a fighting champion. He's had the belt since July 25th at Canwest Global Park, Boiling Point.
Before that, in May, he won it. He was the first ever PCW International Junior Heavyweight Champion. But you know what? It's Mentallo who's the leader of the pack, the leader of the Junior Heavyweight pack. And then Kenny Omega, the follower, and Rawskillz, the follower, the little clique, the Junior Heavyweight clique. Well, really, what do they bring to the table?
What do they bring to the table? 3 of the best junior heavyweights in North America. Rawskillz has been a fighting champion. He's beaten everybody he's been in the ring with one-on-one, but now he's got a fatal 4-way.
Tonight is the biggest fight he's going to have. He is not going, he's got a 25% chance of walking out the champion after he walked in 100%, the junior heavyweight champion. I wouldn't like those odds if I was Rawskillz. He's got to beat 3 guys here tonight.
You make a very good point that these 3 men, Rawskillz, Kenny Omega, and Mentallo, very close. They have a lot of respect for each other. Ronnie Attitude seems to be the odd man out, and it could very easily be a 3-on-1 situation.
Allow me to criticize the PCW Championship Committee, the creative directors of the company. What are they thinking? A fatal 4-way, it could be the least talented man coming out the champion. Well, in this scenario, Rawskillz could keep the title.
If you talk about the creative director, you're talking about Michael Davidson, the vice president of PCW. He's the one that throws these matches together. Perhaps we should take it up with him, Mo.
Perhaps Mike Davidson was booking the matches while he was in the Washington. Look at this, 3-on-1. And Glenn Brooks, the referee, should be fired for not getting control in there. Ronnie Attitude has no chance of winning as long as 3 guys continue to attack like this.
Well, you can't expect one referee to control the match. He's counting, he's making the counts.
When have you ever known the professional wrestling industry to have 3 referees?
Look at this, early on in the match, already some dissension. You said these 3 men would wrestle 3-on-1, but they're competitors. They all want to be the champion.
My gut tells me Ronnie Attitude wants it the worst. I think he will win. I think he's the only guy willing to break the rules to do it.
Kenny Omega, an exceptional show of strength. The military pressing Ronnie Attitude.
The smallest guy of the 4. And look at that again, triple teaming Ronnie Attitude, and Glenn Brooks sits there in the corner with a thumb up his butt.
They've definitely identified the man they want to put out first. Ronnie Attitude taking a beating at the hands of Mentallo, Rawskillz, and Kenny Omega with a great super kick.
That probably dislocated the guy's jaw. Allow me to explain the rules to this match. Any one guy who loses, the guy who beats him. 1 pinfall. The guy who makes the pinfall or forces a guy to submit, he's the new champion. They don't have to eliminate 3 guys. Ronnie Attitude could get pinned, and Rawskillz would lose the junior heavyweight title.
Ronnie Attitude fighting back here, taking control on Mentallo.
He's got a lot of heart. You know, a lot of people think he's this big, bad guy, as they like to say in the wrestling industry. But Ronnie Attitude's full of heart and one of the best performers I've ever seen.
The worst thing about Ronnie
Attitude. How come Glenn Brooks is not stopping that double gas pedal?
The referee's in there, he's making the count. What do you want him to do?
Ronnie Attitude will never have children because the referee, Glenn Brooks, didn't stop that from happening.
Some people might say that's a good thing. But now, Mentallo and Rawskillz on Kenny Omega. Kenny fighting back. You talked about the clique. It doesn't look like
dissension in the rankings of the junior heavyweight clique. Mentallo doesn't have his men in check. If he did, Rawskillz would lay down, and Mentallo would score the cheap win. But that's not going to happen here. Rawskillz wants to keep his title. Kenny Omega wants to be the junior heavyweight champion. Mentallo desperately needs to be junior heavyweight champion. And one thing I got to say is he's very, very innovative in there.
Well, it looks like a double side Russian leg sweep.
That's a triple. There's 3 of them. Oh my word! Kenny's getting tied up like a pretzel.
What is this? What do you call this?
That's called a triple abdominal stretch.
Similar to the octopus.
Now the problem here, Glenn Brooks has got to come around and say, enough already. No, well, he's Mentallo. He can break the rules. He wears a mask. Who cares, right?
Bear with us, fans. This match is very difficult to call in front of this capacity crowd at the Stratosphere nightclub in Winnipeg. What a great Mentallo fighting back with kicks to the midsection of Kenny Omega, whipping him off the ropes. Reversal by Kenny. Power slam by Kenny Omega.
That could break a guy's spine into 2, maybe 3 pieces. And you know what? Mentallo's up moving around, so we know that's not the case. But one thing he's quick to do is get out. He is hurt bad.
Making the tag to the champion, Rawskillz. Great drop kick. This crowd, standing room only.
450 people, capacity crowd. They were turning people away at the door. You got to think, this is where it's at. PCW, the #1 company in all of Canada.
And here you go. And something interesting, Rawskillz going for the pin on Kenny Omega. And you saw Ronnie Attitude break up the pin. Suddenly, they want to get in there, protect each other, because they want to be the champion.
It's every man for himself, and I hope the junior heavyweight clique knows that.
They look like it now. Rawskillz, Kenny Omega, extremely competitive. What a kick to the face of Kenny Omega.
You know, one thing I gotta put across here is Netvidtv, the best production in the world. Netvidtv.com, bringing you all the action. The only wrestling show online in the entire world, and this is where it's at.
Absolutely. We've received emails from Canada, all over the United States, Australia, Japan, the Far East, all over the world, talking about PCW on Netvidtv.com.
And more importantly, talking about guys like Mentallo and Kenny Omega. But one person they're not talking about, and they've got to start, is Right Stuff, Ronnie Attitude. That guy's tenacious.
He's an incredible performer, I'll give you that. He doesn't care about the fans.
Why should he? What are the fans going to do for you? Well, are the fans going to win you titles? And everybody knows in wrestling, titles mean everything.
Rawskillz, what a great kick by Kenny Omega.
Omega's all over the place here. Omega has got to isolate a part of the body and work Mentallo over.
Kenny Omega tagging in Ronnie Attitude. Ronnie Attitude working over Mentallo now. A reversal. Duck under. Springboard off the ropes. Caught by Mentallo. What a great show of strength.
You know what? I gotta say,
Great body press.
Ronnie,
the pin.
Ronnie is relentless. If it doesn't work once, he'll do it 15 times until he gets it right.
Ronnie Attitude, an exceptional wrestler. Not much of a fan favorite, but he is a great talent.
Oh, he's not a fan favorite. Oh, he can't win matches, that means, I guess.
Rawskillz is your champion, and he's a tremendous fan favorite.
Yeah.
This crowd loves him.
You love the fan favorites, don't you?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Kenny Omega coming in, kicking Ronnie Attitude in the back of the head.
And he had to do it, or Mentallo would have been forced to tap out, and Ronnie Attitude would have been the new PCW International Junior Heavyweight Champion.
How will anybody win this match with 4 men in there? How will somebody manage to isolate somebody long enough to get a 3 count?
Wow, that was wonderful wisdom there. Somebody. I'm confused, Mark.
Well, Mo Smith, that's why you're here, to show the fans the wisdom of your experience.
Oh, my word.
What a drop kick in the corner by Rawskillz on Mentallo. There's a reason Rawskillz is the champion. He's the very best in the business.
How do you figure very best in the business?
He's the champion. The champion means you're the best.
Boy, oh boy, you've got infinite wisdom there, don't you, Mark?
He came out with a belt, and that makes him the champion.
You know, getting back to the action here, Mentallo, the most experienced guy in the ring, has been getting his butt handed to him here all night. He's supposed to be on top of this, and he's just not getting the job done.
You can hear the fans here at the Stratosphere chanting the name of these great superstars. There are huge Mentallo fans here in the audience.
Oh, my word.
What is happening here with Mentallo?
Oh, you know what? Skills should have dropped him when he had the chance. He allowed Mentallo to catch his balance, and after that, Mentallo put him exactly where he needed him, and that was a sunset flip, and he almost got a 3 count.
Mentallo is a true innovator of offense here in this ring. You'll see things you've never thought possible.
Back in the day when Buck Zumhoff and I were working 20-minute openers, everyone said Buck Zumhoff couldn't be matched. Well, Mentallo's a heck of a lot better than Buck Zumhoff. I'll tell you that much.
Mentallo, one of the very best. You can see what a great power bomb.
Rawskillz landed on his head there.
What is he doing here?
He's trying to make him dizzy so he can hold him down for 3.
Mentallo making Rawskillz dizzy, going for the 3 count.
He would have got it too if Ronnie Attitude hadn't got in there. A dizzy man doesn't know whether it's 1, 2, or 3 that the referee is hitting.
So you're saying Rawskillz is dizzy?
A dizzy prick, yes.
A dizzy prick. Rawskillz suffered in the corner. The champion defending his belt here in this fatal 4-way. And Kenny Omega lifting the champion onto his shoulders, displaying his strength again, and dropping him in a bit of a Samoan drop. Oh! Moonsault off the 2nd rope. Absolutely incredible.
This guy is just flipping out.
Look at the agility by Kenny Omega and Ronnie Attitude. Sorry, Mentallo. Who was that?
That was Ronnie.
Ronnie
Attitude wants it more than anybody. Mark, you see a guy in red pants, you get all excited. You don't care what his face looks like, eh?
Wow, this fatal 4-way, this is crazy. This is hard to call. A fatal 4-way in the junior heavyweight division. And here's Ronnie Attitude.
Fighting back out of the corner like a true champion. Ronnie isn't going to let himself get pushed around at all.
Ronnie Attitude and Kenny Omega exchanging chops. Kenny getting the better of him. Handspring. Splash in the corner, Kenny Omega.
You know what? No matter how fancy it looks, and I know you love that fancy dance he does in there, but the fact is this, unless you're going to go straight to the point and get the win, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
What the heck is this?
Mentallo the waistline.
Oh,
my God!
That's a double German suplex. 2 guys take the brunt of the punishment, and Kenny Omega gets up, but he's not the legal man.
You hear the fans chanting PCW. They love it. The capacity crowd here at the Stratosphere. And Mentallo now going for the pin. He could have it. Ronnie
had to kick out with everything he had there. That roll up there was enough that should have got the win, and Rawskillz is going to come in down. But one thing I got to say is, everyone talks about Ronnie Attitude not following the rules, but we saw Kenny Omega not follow the rules, we've seen Mentallo not following the rules, and we've certainly seen Rawskillz not following the rules. And you people are hypocrites for not getting behind Ronnie Attitude.
They have a 5 count to get in and out of the ring, Mo. Ronnie Attitude, now he's pulling Mentallo into the ring.
I hope he annihilates him.
Look at this, with using the rope, I don't want to.
Wrong guy, you can't pin Mentallo, you imbecile.
What is wrong with Ronnie Attitude? Why is he attacking Mentallo?
I think he's trying to shoot with him.
Rawskillz from behind.
Wait a minute, there it is! They're breaking the rules!
Incredible move, high impact, going for the pin. I will hand it to Ronnie Attitude. He's taking quite a beating in this match.
When are they going to get Mentallo out of the ring? Did he tag in? He did not tag in. And Kenny comes in.
Pile driver by Mentallo.
Oh, well, why don't we just let three guys just beat the heck out of one guy? Nobody's tagging. Nobody's doing anything. The only guy who's following the rules in this match is Ronnie Attitude.
Kenny Omega, double power bomb on Ronnie Attitude.
Glenn Brooks needs to be fired for this match.
Your referee, Glenn Brooks, has his hands full. I cannot believe that Ronnie Attitude kicked out again. And he's fighting back on the champion, Rawskillz.
Frank Fiedler at ringside, as you were saying earlier, 600 pounds. I think you were being a little bit liberal on that.
He could be up to 750. I know I saw him at the buffet table earlier, and when it was all done, there was no table left.
That guy is your prototypical bus driver. He looks like a bus driver.
He looks like a bus. Frank Fiedler, the manager of Ronnie Attitude at ringside.
Oh my word, this is an impressive move. He could, it's hard. Rawskillz can't tap out. The only thing he can say is over. And there's Mentallo again. I don't have to tag. I wear a mask. I look like a bank robber. No one's gonna stop me.
He's got 5 seconds, get in and out. Now, he's hitting him with a headbutt.
He's not allowed to make contact like that.
Perhaps his mask. Is there something in his mask, do you think?
Well, maybe a hard head.
Referee Glenn Brooks with his hands full, making the count. Mentallo now out of the ring.
He's not even trying to intervene, for crying out loud. Don't try to make Glenn Brooks sound capable.
Double clothesline, Kenny Omega and Rawskillz both laid out in the middle of the ring. Perhaps fatigue becoming an issue now.
Fatigue. Every guy except Ronnie Attitude's had 15 minutes to sit out there and get a breather. Ronnie's been in there pretty much all match. This has been the only breather he's had. You talk about fatigue, this guy doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Both tags, here comes Ronnie Attitude and Mentallo. Great drop kick, and Ronnie down again. The referee's got to clear the ring here. Great clothesline by Mentallo.
Ronnie has got to find a way to isolate one of those guys. Maybe he's got to crank one of them with a crowbar or something, knock them cold. Because 3-on-1, he can't do it. But if it was 2-on-1, I guarantee you Ronnie Attitude would have won this match by now. This guy's a survivor.
Will Smith, if you had a 500 or 700-pound manager at ringside, would you not use him?
I think he abuses him. Look at this. The guy walks around with his head hanging down. This guy's got issues.
Well, Glenn Brooks has to regain control. All 4 men are in the ring. Now you've got Rawskillz on the top row. Kenny Omega stopping that.
Helping out Ronnie Attitude. Maybe there's an unholy alliance brewing here.
Are you suggesting there might be a bit of an alliance between these?
That's exactly what I said.
What is this? 3 men on the top. Oh my God!
Oh.
Powerbomb suplex.
I think they're trying to kill Ronnie Attitude.
Ronnie Attitude might be finished.
I think they're trying to kill Ronnie Attitude.
Listen to these fans.
Why would you trying to kill Ronnie Attitude?
Why would you try to kill Ronnie Attitude?
Well, I think they want to kill Ronnie Attitude.
Why would you want to kill Ronnie Attitude?
Why do they care?
They don't care. That's the thing. This is for the title. They don't care.
A nice roll up there, and Kenny Omega finds a way to get out.
What a high impact move. The fans going crazy. All 4 men littering the ring. It looks like a car wreck in there.
Throwing garbage around the ring?
It looks like a car wreck. Kenny Omega, great German suplex, going for the pin. The champion, Rawskillz, defending his championship, breaking up that pin.
You know, the biggest travesty in this would be if Rawskillz doesn't keep the title and doesn't take the pin.
Ronnie Attitude. How is Ronnie still on his feet?
Get back to Glenn Brooks here. This guy doesn't care there's 4 people in the ring. He's not doing his job.
I think maybe perhaps Mike Davidson, the creative director, should have assigned more than 1 referee.
I think Glenn Brooks will be fired in the morning.
Glenn Brooks, referee here at PCW, trying to keep the match under control to no avail. Kenny Omega, he's got him in a backbreaker. Ronnie Attitude could give up at any moment.
Oh, he dropped him on his head. He dropped him on his head. How is Ronnie going to survive that?
High impact move, a sit-out powerbomb.
They got to go for the pin. They have to do it. The crowd is just devastated by what they saw here.
Kenny Omega to the outside now. What could possibly happen in this match that has not happened already?
Oh,
Ronnie
Ronnie's got to
Attitude
make sure
Mentallo.
those kicks land. This is not fair.
Here's your champion.
Oh,
brain
his
buster.
devastating brainbuster finisher. This is it. What is Frank Fiedler doing?
Frank on the apron.
Frank Brooks has got to stop that. Frank Fiedler doing his thing for his man.
What do you say about this, Mole Smith? Ronnie Attitude's manager.
Like we haven't seen Ronnie get cheated on.
Feet on the ropes. He's
Jeez! Kenny Omega shouldn't have been allowed to do that.
That would have been a
Kenny
travesty.
Omega was on the floor. He should have been counted out. Ronnie Attitude should have just won the match.
Ronnie cheating, Mole Smith. He's
No,
cheating.
he's not, Mark.
He's cheating.
He's not cheating. He's working within his limits to win this match.
He's right now. Ronnie Attitude brutalizing Kenny Omega. What is this? Rawskillz. He's on the ring apron with Mentallo.
Mentallo has got a
Mentallo lifted up.
pile driver to the floor.
Oh my! What's he doing?
A pile driver to the floor. Oh.
Pile driver on the ring apron.
And I'll tell you, that is the hardest part of the ring. That's as hard as a cement block.
I think Rawskillz is broken in half. He's out cold.
Moving. He is not moving. Referee Glenn Brooks should stop the match right now. The title should be vacated. Rawskillz has lost the belt. He's lost capacity. There's no way he can win this one. That's it!
That's your pin! Mentallo's the champion! Mentallo has won the championship!
Out of nowhere, we have a new PCW International Junior Heavyweight Championship. I've got to say, I'm surprised. He hit him with a pile driver to the hardest part of the ring, and that's it. The fans seem to love it.
Look at these fans! Standing room only 450 people going crazy for your new champion, Mentallo, as a dejected Ronnie Attitude looks on.
Attitude got screwed, and he should spit on Mentallo. Mentallo deserves it. He's lower than spit.
We need medical attention for Rawskillz. We need medical attention for Rawskillz. Your champion, Mentallo. Premier Championship Wrestling live every Thursday at the Stratosphere is brought to you by Netvidtv.com, Winnipeg's internet television station, the leader in streaming media applications. www.netvidtv.com. Premier Championship Wrestling, Canada's leader in sports entertainment. You can check them out online for all the PCW information at www.pcwlive.ca. It is now time for the main event as guest ring announcer Tracy Lynn makes her way to the ring. Mole Smith, give us the history of this match.
Do you know what Tracy and I did last night?
That's not the history I want, but what did you do?
Do you know what we did?
What?
You're not privy enough to know that. I can't tell you. I'm not a guy who kisses and tells, but I can tell you she kissed me in places you don't even want to know.
You're absolutely right. I don't want to know. Tracy Lynn.
Tracy's in love with me, you know.
Give us the history of this match, Mole Smith. Forget your perversions.
Tracy's dancing strictly for me. She told me, she said, Mole, watch me. It's all for you.
What a great looking woman. Tracy Lynn, PCW's own.
Look at that body. It's all mine.
Mole Smith, you're dreaming again. Wake up, Mole. Wake up. You're dreaming.
Okay, I gotta be honest. It's a little bit of a dream, but it's a fantasy, and I totally appreciate it.
This is the main event, and out comes your guest referee, PCW Vice President Andrew Shallcross, longtime friend and business partner of Mike Davidson.
He's actually the PCW Village Idiot, Andrew Shallcross.
Well, I don't know about that. The Vice President, the host of the show, Andrew Shallcross.
And Village Idiot.
1/3 owner of the company, along with Michael Davidson.
And 1/3 Village Idiot.
Well, he might be an idiot. I'm sure he's been called an idiot more than once.
Well, hey, he's just a Village Idiot, let's be honest.
Let's be honest, you're right, he's an idiot. But the history of this match, it's Mike Davidson, the PCW Vice President and Creative Director, versus the Mecca, Shane Madison.
And the Village Idiot as special guest referee.
Mike Davidson, huge fan favorite, the man that brought wrestling back to the stratosphere, the man that built PCW. The fans love him, but Mecca, Shane Madison, hated by the fans, an egomaniac, refusing to do business, and it's come down to this. Mike Davidson versus Shane Madison.
Let's not even fool ourselves. This isn't going to be much of a match. The Mecca, peak physical condition. Look at him. He's going to tear Mike Davidson a complete new bumhole.
There's no exception for heart, though. Mike Davidson, he will not take the arrogance.
His heart is going to get ripped out of his chest Well, it's still beating. He has no chance against the Mecca, Shane Madison.
The entrance music.
I don't even believe Davidson shows tonight. If he's smart, he's gone. He's out of the building. There's no chance. He will get hurt bad if he walks through that curtain.
Survivor, the music, and Mike Davidson.
He has no chance of surviving.
Here he comes, Mike Davidson.
He's a bigger village idiot than Shallcross.
He's definitely out of his element. When was the last time Mike Davidson wrestled a match?
Look at him. Look at him in the PCW t-shirt, the industry of cool. You know what that's hiding? That's hiding 1 year of retirement. That's hiding 18 Big Macs that day. You know what? He is a fat, out-of-shape guy who has no hope of beating the Mecca, Shane Madison, although I gotta say, his chest is probably more developed than the Mecca's.
Shane Madison said he wanted this match, and if he won, he would be the new creative director. Mike Davidson appointed his friend and partner Andrew Shallcross as a guest referee. Shallcross never been a referee before, never even been in the ring.
Well, because he's a village idiot.
How is he going to keep control of this highly aggressive match?
I would suspect Davidson made him the special guest referee for 2 reasons. He's going to need someone to stop Madison from killing him, and 2, he's going to need someone to hit Madison from behind.
Shallcross and
It's a trap on the Mecca. Get out, Mecca.
You just saw Shallcross and Mike Davidson speaking to each other in the corner. Perhaps you're right.
Strategizing, perhaps?
Perhaps.
You know, I gotta say, Davidson doesn't look good for a guy who's been retired for a year. He hasn't kept himself in good shape at all. He's a little bit flabby, he's a little bit fat.
This match underway. Mike pushing Shane Madison. The crowd going crazy in this match. Davidson, not in the shape that Madison is, but he's all heart.
Well, he's got a little bit more of a rounder shape. That's
just disrespectful. Madison slapping Davidson. Davidson, what a great man. A lot of heart, a lot of courage.
I gotta say, Davidson has got to be smart about... Whoa!
Wait a minute.
He just slapped the village idiots.
Why did Davidson slap Shallcross?
Perhaps he wants him out of the way so it can be a fight.
Wait a minute. Madison attacking Shallcross from behind.
Are they in cahoots?
The Tamakaze on the referee.
Well, now the ref's gone. It's a fight.
Well, where's
a fight to the end?
I think we need a referee out here to ref this match. Perhaps Davidson just wants to fight Madison by himself.
Well, it would be a tainted victory.
What is this? Oh my God!
Well, why are they in the ring if they don't hate each other?
Davidson
Why
and
did they want to wrestle each other? I don't get it.
This is sick. This is obviously a setup. Davidson embracing Madison. This makes me sick.
Perhaps Davidson thinks that Shallcross is a village idiot, so he wants Madison to be his new vice president.
Shallcross is an idiot. He fell for it.
Oh, my word.
He's got a chair. No.
Oh, I love it.
God.
I love it. That took his head clean off, to quote Clint Eastwood. He's done. He's gone.
Shallcross is not a wrestler.
Cosmetic surgery will not make Shallcross look good after that chair shot. Not that he looked good before, now let's be honest.
Well, his movie star good looks aside, he's not going to look good after that chair shot. This makes me sick.
What? What makes you sick?
Listen to this idiot.
Well, he's not the idiot, he's the master. You can't say that. That's not going to happen.
Who's that? Oh, look at Shallcross.
He's got to stop swearing.
Oh,
he's talking about you. He's talking about you, Mark.
This makes me sick.
Mole.
Look at the blood.
Mole Smith has seen blood a lot. And I'm going to tell you right now, Andrew Shallcross is bleeding. It's a very serious wound. Look at that. He's covered with blood.
Give me my tray. This is sick. Oh, Davidson, this makes me sick.
You know what? I got to be quite honest. Davidson isn't going to get away with this.
This makes me sick. 450 fans booing. Why are they drinking now? Are they celebrating?
Celebratory toast. If they had sent me a drink, I'd have one with them.
This makes me sick. I can't believe Shallcross is even getting up to his knees, bleeding like I've never seen. Oh my God! Somebody stop. Oh!
I can't believe it. I love it. They just doused him with beer and broke a glass over his head. He's deaf. Oh my gosh, they probably severed some arteries.
That was a beer mug.
He did.
blood. Davidson,
That
what a
village
sick
idiot.
individual. Why doesn't anybody help him?
Because he's the village idiot. They're probably enjoying it.
Look at the blood.
Andrew Shallcross. And if you think I'm done now, my greatest hirings are yet to come. If you think it's just going to be the Mecca and Mike Davidson being the foundation
This
of
is
Canadian
too
wrestling,
real.
he's my boot.
This is sick. Why does Davidson hate Shallcross? Oh! What a vicious chair shot by Shane Madison.
Instant concussion.
Who else is part of the foundation?
The foundation of the dynasty. That's what Mike Davidson's talking about.
This is sick. Shallcross is going to need medical attention, probably multiple stitches. He needs an ambulance. We need help. Oh, God.
This is no way to end the program. Andrew Shallcross is done. I don't think you'll ever see him on another show.
This makes me sick to my... Davidson, you make me sick. Somebody's got to stop him. Madison and Davidson. Oh, God.
We now know who's in charge.
Months of planning. This is... God, look at this. Oh,
The blood is not stopping.
It's
Look at
spewing
those
out of his head.
cuts.
It's disgusting.
Oh!
Sick. What a shocking turn of events here in the Stratosphere tonight.
Andrew Shallcross will never be the same. It'll take him years before he recovers from that brutal attack.
There's got to be repercussions for Davidson's actions, but that's all we've got time for tonight. Every Thursday night at the Stratosphere Nightclub in Winnipeg. Special thanks to Netvidtv.com. I'm Mark Cross for Molesmith.